Okay, so I'm going live right now, and it is fucking like 100 degrees in LA right now. I swear. Yeah, it's like in the high 90s at my house here where I live, and I just wanted to sleep. I actually just took a nap because I finally have a day off after like 30 days of working. I swear I didn't have a day off in like 4 weeks, and I actually did some lives. I did some lives from home. And I did some lives when I was out and about at these conventions. Um, and it's crazy to think that like I've had four conventions in a row. You know, it was crazy to think that I was just they all started to blend in one to another. But it's hot. I'm really 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 hot, and I'm really 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 tired. But I decided to jump online real quick. Sorry, my nose. I decided to jump online real quick and do a live because I've not talked to you guys in so long. Um, and you guys deserve it because you guys are awesome. Oh look, I always get like a little scar right there on my eye. It must be from my glasses. Is that my glasses hit? I wonder where that comes from. Anyways, I'm online right now. Decided to jump on and just say hi to everybody. No, no, what's going on? I haven't been online in so long, and I've been like, I think you're the only one that saw my last live when I was at that convention and we were dancing. But I needed to. It's so hot right now in LA. It's in the high 90s, whatever, and I'm so tired. But I wanted to jump on and say hi to everybody because I haven't talked to you guys in so long. I've had, I've had like nonstop work for like the last 30 days. That's including filming and then like so let's see, like it's been like 5 weeks. So that I had one weekend when I was up in Fresno for Hot Mirror Expo. And then I came home and I went right back up to and I finished the job and then I went right out and flew out to Pittsburgh and did a convention out there. Yeah, we did discuss it last month in Score Cells. But then I went to Pittsburgh and for Gross Fest, and then I came home and started this project I'm on. Worked the first week, and then I went to Crystal Lake Nightmares over by the airport. Came back and worked all week, and then I did. Oh, then I was at Monster. I was at Midsummer Scream, and then I also did a location scout for my for Riker, which I actually did a live there. By the way, I actually did a vlog for that. I did a vlog actually. I don't do a lot of vlogs anymore because you guys don't watch them, but sorry, I'm so tired. I did a vlog about the location scout, and then I finished another week of filming, and I'm off. And I'm off for a week. I have 2 more days of filming, and then I'm off for a week. So I'll be able to do more lives now. So was that the one in the south? Yeah. So I did one down in South Los Angeles. Yeah, it was in Long Beach. That's where. So I did that live last weekend where I did. We were dancing. It was like the after hour party, and I thought, you know what? I always do fun lives of like when I'm at events, but that was a fun little party because people all dressed up. What's up, GP Gaming? What's going on? So it's hot as balls. And oh, did you see my vlog? I know. I wish more people would see my vlog. I gotta find a way to get my vlog crack a lacking again. But you guys, this is the first day off I've had in like literally a month. And I was like, you know what? I gotta do my live. And I'm sitting in my room because it's too hot to be outside. I had the AC on, I had my fan on, and I'm still dying. Um, so I just thought I'd relax a little bit and see what you guys were up to, and let you guys know that I'm still alive. Please don't forget about me. And I was working on my novel. I've been working on my novel on my lunch break. So, but now that I'm off, I took today kind of off. Today was my friend Elliot's birthday, so I took him out to lunch. And now I'm here. I don't, I don't remember if you did, but I think it helps if you share the video. Oh, I could do that. I will share my video on the community page then. That's good to know. I need to use my community. I need to use my community page more. But you know what's weird is I post stuff on there all the time and no one responds. I find that you guys just love when I do lives, so I just gotta do more lives. CP Gaming, thank you for subbing. I appreciate that. I'm drinking water, you guys, so I don't die of heat dehydration. It's been on hot on set too. Like we were filming in this building, and they don't have air conditioners. So I mean, some of it does, but like I've been in a room every day. That's this week. That's been 90 degrees, and I come home at night after it's been 100. So it's just been like a hot. Like I'm so hot. I'm so tired of being hot. So yeah, leave comments. That's how I know you watch stuff. It's fine. I'm so inconsistent with my lives, and I need to be better. And even though I was sitting here, I was like, it's hot, and I just want to sleep. I got to work on 'cause I've been interviewing writers for my Substack page, so I gotta do more of those interviews. Sorry, you guys, I yawn a lot because I'm tired, but I gotta do more of the. Sorry, I yawn a lot because I'm tired. I gotta do more of the interviews, but I was like, I'm gonna jump on because I do want to be consistent with my lives more, especially when I'm not filming. Like when I'm not filming, I gotta jump on and see what you guys are up to. Uh oh, I have a message I gotta review. Let's see how bad it is. Come on, you guys, really? Looks like the trolls are starting. No trolling today. It's a Saturday. You guys should be out and about. If you're not listening to my live, you should be out and about enjoying the day. Where's everybody at today? There's 17 of you guys on. Say hi. I've been there. I'm on 3 weeks notice. Really? Oh, you have kids and you haven't had a chance to see them. Oh, that really sucks, man. I'm so sorry. This person told me to shut the fuck up. Oh, I'm gonna hide that comment just because I don't think it's nice. You're from Maryland. Well, what's the weather like there? You're also 3 hours ahead, so it's 8 o'clock there. It's so hot here. We're finally. I mean, not that I was looking forward to, but we finally have like our hot heat. So this is kind of like what I've been like dreading. But I went out and bought a new fan to help me survive. Because I had a fan before, but it was like it would get hot like in the 80s, and I'd be like, I can't fucking feel that fan. Um, and then I was like, it's gonna start getting like really hot in August. So I was like, if I don't get a better fan, I'm not gonna survive. So luckily, I got a better fan, so I can survive now. Oh, you've seen them, but you haven't done anything with them. Oh, you gotta do, yeah. Okay, well, hopefully you have a chance to do something with them this weekend. Um, so, while you can. I just thinking because I've been missing my mom a lot for some reason the last few days, and I got to see my nephew a little bit today. Um, he is going through some stuff personally, and he's was in jail. I'm not talking about anything that he doesn't already that people don't know because I talked about it early on in my vlog about going through all the legal issues with my nephew, um, with his drinking and stuff. So he's out of he just got out of jail and he's going back to sober living. I'm not like I said, I'm not talking about anything I haven't said before. Like when I first started my vlogging, I talked a lot about like the issues I was having with like my nephews right after my mother died. So it's crazy that it's been like a couple of years, but he's finally getting his life back in order. So I got to see him a bit today. I had a bunch of his stuff in my storage. So I finally got to see him and his girlfriend. So that was kind of nice. We hung out for a bit. But I'm trying to get him settled. And I told him, I said, I'm not trying to like not help you, but I'm trying to like give you try to have some distance so you can have your life. Like, because he's not young, but he's not old. And I was like, bro, it's like I want you to really figure out your life now. And so I'm trying to guide him because his father's not a good guy, but I'm trying to guide him and be a good role model for him, but also like give him this distance where he doesn't feel like I'm forcing and making decisions for him. So I want him to do his own life, and I think he's had a lot of people around him. He's never really had to think too much for himself, and I really want him to like start doing that. Yeah, he's in California. He lives in down in Orange County. So, but I will see what happens. I wish him all the best. He's a good kid, but he's just was led astray for a while, and and when my mother passed away, we moved my dad out to the Midwest, and the rest of the family kind of went, and I'm the only one out here. So I think he was feeling a little lost. He's lost because my parents raised him for the most part, and when my mother died, he took that hard, and then my dad left and to go be closer to the other side of the family because my father's older and needs somebody to be around. My sister, which is his mom, has a couple of other kids that are younger, so I don't know. It's just So I saw him. I saw my friend Elliot for his birthday. Uh, we went to dinner. No, I'm sorry. It's dinner now. We went to lunch, so I took him to lunch today, and that's it. I don't do anything else. I just want to relax today. It's still. According to my watch, I'm looking at my watch. It's 101. Right now, it's 93. That's 5 o'clock. The low is going to be 69. That's a huge difference, 40 degrees. But I think it's supposed to start. It's supposed to start cooling down a little bit. So hopefully over the next couple of days, because I want it to cool down because I want to get some writing done. I'm trying to finish my novel. Um, and like I said, I've been interviewing other writers for my Substack, so that's been going really well. And if you guys want, I've been posting chapters from my, but chapters from my book. Not very many, just a few. Try to get some feedback. But I also been posting some of my older some of my older writing, and I did um, some of my poems, and then I found an old radio version, you guys, of I had a play produced in 2011, but before that, I had an old iteration of it done, where it was a 30-minute radio drama done for KPFK 90.7 here in LA. And that was years ago. It was like 20 years ago, and I just found it on a disc. And so I downloaded it from the disc and I uploaded it to SoundCloud. So it's up on my Substack as well. You think we're getting El Nino? I think that means rain. We had some crazy clouds today. Actually, some parts of LA it was raining. Like it's really humid. So it doesn't. We get this every. It's not humid like Florida or Texas, but every once in a while we'll get days like this. And it's interesting because we don't usually get like crazy clouds. But it started off kind of like a bit cool this morning, and I was like, you could feel the humidity. And then it got like really hot, really like my nephew when he was picking us up from stuff storage. We weren't even at the storage that long. We went inside. It was kind of like cold and overcast, whatever. Maybe in there, maybe 15, 20 minutes. We came out. It was like it just got like the sun just went up, and it was like humid. I was like, damn. So when I did security, I used to listen to 9:20 a.m. and they would play the old TV shows that were made for the radio. Well, that's kind of cool. That's actually kind of cool. But this was no, this was just I like a radio version of my play, which was and it was edited with sound effects and everything. It was and music. It was actually a lot of fun. Um, and I just had forgotten about it because I mean I didn't forget that I did it. I just kind of forgot it happened. Because it was like a thing that did it was like 20 years ago, and I didn't even think I still had it. So when I found it, I got excited. I was like, "Oh my god!" And I was telling people on set about the play because I was working with it's a Latino, like it's all Latin characters, and I'm working with a lot of Latinos. And I was like, "You guys, I forgot I had this play, and then I did this thing, and then I found it." So I put that up there. Um, I hope you guys want to listen to it. I'll put it down in the. I did put the link on my community page, but I'll put it in the links down here below. You should listen to it. It's a lot of fun. It's 30 minutes. Um, it's dramatic, but that's the beauty of it, I guess. No, no, you're the only one online. You're my straggler. You're always there. It's my fault because I post so inconsistently, but I'm off for the next 5 days, so I'm definitely gonna be doing my lives for the next 5 days. And then I film for two, and I off for another week, so I'm gonna be doing more lives, you guys. So you're the only one that matters. Oh, I appreciate. That. Well, you did do the lives like I did when I was doing my lives at the conventions too. So I appreciate that. Uh, it was just weird. I just remember standing there, and I was like, it's kind of cool because they're playing like really cool music, but then like everybody was dressed up, and there was like a random guy that was like just dancing, wearing a mask, and I was like, this is kind of interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do a quick video. And I did get some people that jumped on. I know that you jumped on, but um, sitting here talking to you guys is actually a lot of fun. But I want to show you that I do more than just like sit here. I want to show you. So that's why I do a lot of things from the conventions when I can. When I don't do lives, I was doing the vlogs I did a whole vlog for the location scout we're doing for Riker. And tomorrow, because we're doing another campaign to help us finish the movie, so tomorrow we gotta do more we gotta do videos we gotta do campaign videos. So we gotta do that tomorrow. So I gotta get my camera, so I gotta charge my batteries. And you said, out of curiosity, how much does some Joe Blow actor make in LA? I actually don't know because I'm not an actor. It could be anywhere from like $250 for the day or $1,000 for the day. I mean, television actors definitely make a lot more. I'm not an actor, so I really don't have an answer for you. When we went to the writer's strike, everybody was just like, "Oh, well, the actors make so much money," but like those are the big names, like Leonardo DiCaprio. Like those names make a lot of money, but those aren't the ones that were really striking because they weren't hurt by it. It's like day players that really, it's like be on a you might do a couple of episodes on a TV show and make okay money, but then not work again for months, and the residuals don't pay that much. And the problem with streaming services is they don't do residuals at all, or they are trying to get out of it. So that was one of the things that the strike was about. Was like during the pandemic, the streaming services made so much money. They just made so much money. They don't want to share with any of the actors or like the writers or like the directors, the people that may work on a TV show but then have nothing for months. So that's why it's such an interesting. It was those people and the actors and writers that were affected by the strike because it's like we make good money, but we don't always it's like I make decent money, but I don't work. Like I don't. I'm only have time off because I haven't booked a project. It's like I'm on a project now. We just happen to have 5 days off, a scheduling thing. But if I didn't have, I do not get residuals because I'm only people in front of the camera. So the people that get residuals are not the crew. We just don't make that much money. Sadly, we're like the lowest paid people, and I have one of the jobs that's paid the least. Sadly, um, and the reason why I'm paid the least is because it's mostly done by women. It's very frustrating, but that's a whole other battle. But the people that make residuals are like the actors, the directors, the writers, and I think producers. Really, just above the line people. So, and it's just because it's the creative team that make the residuals for shows. But residuals don't always pay a lot, because studios want to find out. Like when a movie does big, the studios will find, they do what we call creative accounting, where they're like, oh well, we couldn't pay a lot of residuals because we had to do marketing, and it's how long do residuals last? Residuals can last for years. I just read an article the other day that the guy that played Willy Wonka, he played the kid Charlie in the original Willy Wonka. He That was the only movie he ever did. He didn't want to pursue acting after that, but he still to this day will make like he'll get checks for like $11, like because you get residuals every time it plays on like television or it streams, or something like during the holidays. Some of those movies will play a lot, but it's like that movie came out 30 years ago, so you can't make a living off a lot of residuals. You can at first, but and I think the way residuals work, it's like, you know, movies get theatrical release, so that's one residual, and then it might come out on like HBO, so that's streaming, so it's more, and then maybe it plays on television, when they cut it up for commercials, and so they get residuals from that. It's like a thing, but I don't make residuals, so I'm only learning, but I don't really. Yeah, it's a percentage that's cut up among people that have to make residuals. So you're talking about it's cut up between the actors and the director and the producer and the writers. So it's a percentage of a percentage, basically. So it's just because you're losing. It's the reason why they have residuals is because you're using someone's likeness over and over again to make money, right? So like uh uh a television, like especially during the holidays, they play those Harry Potter movies constantly. Even those came out like 20 years ago, and they put ads, and the studios make a lot of money off the ads, but they're using Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter, and so it's like they just have residuals. It's how it works. It's kind of like you're showing your likeness. So, but the problem is like the streaming services all through the pandemic were showing like people were just streaming stuff like crazy, and they weren't making a lot of content like they were, but not a lot. So a lot of people were just watching old shows, like just streaming everything, and so they were making money hand over fist, but they weren't sharing it. I think that was a part of the reason why we had have the strike. It happens a lot because like when we did movies before we switched from film to video, everything had to get you know refigured out, and then when we went from video to digital, and now digital streaming. So it happens every 3 years. Contracts are renegotiated. Yeah, old school Christmas movies seen every year. Yeah. So that's the thing is like the residuals might not be a lot, but they should still be making. It works the same way with Oh, my roommate just got home. It works the same way with music, where you know you put the radio on and people make music, or you put music on your iPod and you listen to it, and so they it works the same way. Now, I'm not in the music industry, so I don't know 100% all that stuff works, but it's sort of the same thing. It's like, you know, or if they use music on like TikTok, it's, I guess, it's just like anytime the music plays, they make a little bit of sense. They make sense off of it, but not dollars maybe. But again, I don't know the percentage. I apologize that I'm not that schooled in it, but that's kind of how it works. Now, as crew members, we just do the job and go on. They're not using my likeness to make the movie. I'm not in front of the camera. I didn't do any of the creative stuff, and so yeah, crew's different. But that's why we almost had our strike right after, but we didn't want to strike because we're just like, God dang, we got screwed by so we had the pandemic, and then after that we had the writers and actor strike, which just like shut the industry down. And then we almost had a potential strike with the crew, and the crew was like, please don't strike because we can't afford it. Because we did not work. I mean, I did fairly well during the strike because I work on a lot of independent films, and independent films are doing really well during the strike. That strike really affected the big studios because they're and the streaming services, they were being greedy as fuck, and they did not want to share, and so they strung that shit out for so long because they were trying to. What they wanted to do was they had to wait 90 days because they wanted to break all the contracts so they could renegotiate. It was really shitty what they did. Um, and so then once the industry got going, we were facing the crew strike. So what a lot of companies is, a lot of production companies just went overseas and started making movies somewhere else, and the actors went with them, and the crew's getting mad because we're like, what the heck, we stood in solidarity with you guys. I only worked on movies that signed with the SAG agreement. Okay, I did not work on anything, so I never crossed any picket line, so I was very supportive. But actors are like, well, we got to work too, so they would just go overseas where the productions were and not use union crew out here, and we got screwed, and it made a lot of crew people really frustrated because we were the ones that were losing our houses and stuff because they weren't using us. And then film sort of died in California. And so they finally had to they had to pass tax incentives, and that helped. So the industry is finally starting to pick up. But this year, just as it was about to, we were hoping it would pick up, there were all the fires in California. So like it was like the pandemic, and then we had the strike, and then we almost had a potential strike, and then the industry leaving, and then fires. So that's why the industry is just now since 2000 or since 2020 now starting to pick up. So how does it work if you used a song I made for your movie? I don't make songs. Oh, I that's a good question. You negotiate that, that you can. I think it works the same. I think it works the same. It's like you put in the contract that like if they put in the movie plays, you get a piece of that percentage as well. Plus the song can play on the radio. And I think if the song plays on the radio, just the person gets the money. It's only if they watch the movie and the song streams in the movie do you get more money. So you pay upfront always, and then you get a percentage, I believe, if it plays, right? It's all done. It's all contracts. It's all rights and stuff. You have a right to use the movie for this. You have the right to use a song for this. It's so yeah. A lot of people left the film industry. Actually, they had to. They had to go to other things. I'm one of the few people hanging on, and I'm already like frustrated. I can't get my career as a writer director to take off. So it's been a constant battle, and it's actually made me very, 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 very depressed. Um, and I'm barely hanging on. I'm doing okay money wise, ish. I'm not going to be on the streets in the next year, but um, I lost a lot of faith in myself as a filmmaker. So it's why I decided to start writing a book, because I needed to find something to help me with my creative outlet, or I was going to go insane and jump off a cliff. Do you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, I wanted to stay creative, and I've always wanted to be a novelist. And people seem to think that I'm really good at it. So, actually, I want to do a whole. I think I'm gonna do a vlog. This not a vlog, but like a blog this week on my Substack about how I'm feeling with the industry right now. But I am grateful to be one of the few people that are still able to work, especially in Los Angeles. I have seen an uprise because of the tax incentives that have passed. Um, and like I was on a film that flips, which means it started off as non-union and it's union, so they're paying into my benefits. So it's been tough as I've gone through this before. It'll be fine. People are hanging on, and it's starting to pick up, and the quality of work is better, and so I'm grateful for that. And they're trying to bring more film back to California. So, but you guys, I got a little serious there. Sorry, and I know there's only a couple of you on, but no, you're awesome. I appreciate you guys checking in. I'm going to start doing more lives again, so you guys will see that I'm alive. And when it cools down, I'll go back outside. It'll be better. But it's just so hot right now, and I'm effing dying. But it's Saturday night. It looks like you guys are all out enjoying yourself. Yeah, weren't they trying to move? Oh, I don't know. They're always trying to move film everywhere. There's a lot of filming in New Mexico. There's a lot of filming in Atlanta. New York has some. Massachusetts had a lot for a while. So did North Carolina. I think Ohio has some. New Jersey's doing really well right now. So it's just depends. Also, they just shoot abroad. A lot of companies are going to Europe or Canada to shoot. And we're dealing with all this shit with the tariffs and stuff. It's just a lot going on right now. So, but I don't know about Ohio, Idaho. I'm not that familiar with. They're shooting Idaho, and I don't know about that one. So, but you guys, I'm gonna start some dinner. I'm hungry, and I just want to jump on real quick. I'm really, really tired. Um, there's only a couple of you, so and I love. No. Thank you so much for being on all the time. I really appreciate you, man. Um, if you ever think of music videos or commercials, I work on commercials. I have a commercial coming up in October, actually. For I work on a lot of commercials for Royal Kingdom, the game. I actually knew about Royal Kingdom a year before it came out because I was working on commercials for it for the longest time. Um, so yeah. But with that said, you guys, I'm gonna get some work done. Try and rest a little bit. I just wanted to jump on and let you guys know that I was not dead. That I was here. And that I'm thinking of you guys as always. And even though I do my vlogs, I still want to jump on and do my lives. So please don't forget about me. Go check some of my other stuff out. Um, oh, my roommate and his girlfriend is there. I'm about to have a noisy house. Oh well, that's okay. I'm gonna watch. You know what? Also, I do have some horror movies I got to catch up on. Actually, one of the girls on set has been trying to get me to. I won't. I never wanted to watch the Terrifier movies. Um, and she was like, "You have to watch Terrifier" because she watched Grandma's Cookies. So, oh, by the way, Grandma's Cookies just got accepted to another festival called the High Five Film Festival. It's here in LA somewhere. They're supposed to let me know when and where it's screening, so I'll do that. It's also nominated for an award. I don't know which one, but I like that it's in the festival, and I love that it's nominated. So we'll find out about that. We also have a screening of Grandma's Cookies sometime in December. One of the festivals. What's up? You hear me? Hold on. Copy you. Oh, okay. Hold on. What'd you say? Oh, my roommate, I guess, is leaving. Okay. Sorry, you guys. My roommate was like, "I'm leaving." He just let me know that he has a cat. The cat's inside. Okay. Um. So there's a film festival called what was it? It was Days of the Dead. I think is what it's called. Days of the Dead premiered. My festival. Grandma's Cookies was part of Days of the Dead, I believe, in Vegas, if I remember correctly. We've done a lot of festivals, so I just have to stop thinking specifically if it was in Days of the Dead and when it was. But they're doing a horror like Christmas horror screenings, and they asked us if they could play Grandma's Cookies, and we said yes. But I'm going to tell you right now, I won't be able to go to the screening because I will be out of the country because I'm taking the whole month of December off and traveling because I need to get out of the country and I need to get some writing done and I need to reset myself after these last 5 years and come back in 2026 focused and stronger mentally. So that's my goal for the end of the year. I will tell you right now that writing this novel is saving my life because it has been a very tough couple of years, especially with like losing my mom and my nephew going to jail, my family leaving, and then like just so everything going on. It has been an insane battle at like of like finding ways to even get out of bed. And I got out of bed today, but it's so fucking hot. I don't want to be out of bed. So, but anyways, I am. But you know what? I will tell you that also doing my vlogs and chatting with you guys and doing my lives have given me a sort of really fun purpose because I love talking to you guys. Um, but the vlogs themselves don't do that well for anymore. And I think it's because I don't do those consistently. I did them consistently for a while, but you guys really seem to like the lives more. So I'll try and jump on and do more lives and really keep in touch with you guys. I know I don't do them very often, and I will get better at it. But when I work, especially this week, like this week, I was working 14 hours. It was 100. It was 95 degrees. Come home and I have to get up so early again that all I want to do is go to bed. It's not you guys, it's me. I just can't, like, I don't have the energy, and I don't want to vlog when I'm half asleep because I just feel like I'm not giving you the attention that I want to give you guys. I want to give you guys good attention. So I think you guys deserve that because you're giving me. You guys have been out there a lot, but I've been no, no. You're the only. I've had like several people that have been on a lot when I've gone on. You're one of the few people that stay. Even all those people I don't talk to anymore. But again, I'm not consistent with my lives. But I will be doing that more this week, like I said. So be prepared. You know, subscribe, get notified. So when I jump on, you guys can say hi. But uh, since my roommate left and the kitchen's clean, I'm gonna go and actually get dinner made. But your life needs to come first. I get that. That's true. But I'm trying to grow my brand on here because I want to grow myself as a writer and a director. But I'm going to start doing more with my writing. I'm going to do a lot more with my Substack page. I did create another YouTube for just writing. So when I do my Substacks, I think I'm going to put them over there. Um, this is my personal one, so I'm going to talk to you more about personal stuff there. That will be just for writing. So the people that will be on that one are the ones that are really going to be geared towards writing. There was somebody on my lives when like a few months ago that was like, please start talking and doing some like what do you say you wanted to do like writing tips and stuff. And so I created a whole Substack of people like talking about tips and how the creativity and stuff. And I interview writers. And it's great. I don't this person doesn't jump onto my lives anymore, which is fine. I'm still doing it, but um I know that those videos probably get lost in my other videos, so I want to create a whole nother page just for writing, so that way people can watch videos. I'm going to start doing more interviews with writers as well, not just not just like written ones, but I also want to do like video ones, like a podcasty type thing. So uh, just because writing is what my focus is, because right now with the way the film industry is and my directing just isn't going anywhere, and I need to find ways to stay creative. So, but I'm still gonna be here. Don't worry. This is my main. This is my main page. I'm always gonna be on here. I'll do the lives here. The lives that I do on Substack are different, and they will go. They're geared specifically towards writing, and they're gonna go to the other channel. So I'll put that link down below. It's just M Coulombe writes. Everything for my writing will now be M Coulombe writes. I thought about that too, actually. I really thought about that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I haven't set it up yet. I also haven't done any vlogs, and I thought about doing much stuff, but I did the same with my Instagram. But the thing is like I do so many different things. I was doing photography, I was traveling, and I would do filmmaking, and I did writing. And not everybody wants to follow everything. So I, instead of doing one stop shop, I know I'm so terrible. I have like 4 different Instagram accounts, but it's because each Instagram account is geared towards something completely different. And so if you just want to follow my filmmaking, you can. If you just want to follow my writing, you can. And I did that on purpose. So that way, because when I was doing everything that was all encompassing, people were like, what is your brand? It came off as confusing. Put all your content on. Yeah, I'm figuring that out. I'm not tech savvy either. But it's just little by little. But this will always be like my main page. Um, because my vlog is all about everything in my life. So, and this is my personal page. Um, but I don't want people to have to. The thing about putting everything on one page is if you wanted to go to all the writing stuff specifically, I have like channels, but it's really hard to find everything. You have to sift through all these videos, and I want people to find what they want. But if I have a page that's specifically for writing, then everything there is writing, and you can just sift through and see what's there. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm not gonna do that today. Today I'm just gonna relax and to see what's the temperature right now. It's still 93 degrees. It says it's 100. 69. That's crazy. Right now it's 93 degrees. It says the high is going to be 100 and the low is 69. That's like 40. That's like 30 degrees. It's a huge difference between the hot and the low. That's insane. You gotta love Southern California. It's because we don't have, I mean, it's humid, but we don't really have humidity overall. So that's why we get, I think that's why we get that huge jump. So, but all right, no, I'm going to go and make some dinner and relax and enjoy my evening. Thank you so much for jumping on. And if you guys watch this video later, please like and subscribe and get notifications. I'm gonna start doing more lives. And then you know, oh it's so fucking hot. I walk outside, it's like a furnace. My breath stops. It's so hot. It's so, so but I appreciate you jumping on and being a hardcore follower. It really means a lot. Sometimes my friend Jimmy jumps on and says hi, but I think I'm doing my live a little bit earlier than I normally do, but I wanted to relax tonight. I really needed to. So um, I'm gonna throw on a movie, heat up some food. I don't know if I heat it up on soup or whatever, but might even have a glass of wine. I think I'm gonna do that. But I'm all about relaxing tonight. So you'll get me when I come back when I do my live tomorrow. I'll be much better. I'll have rested. I'll have relaxed. I'll be more focused. Hopefully, it won't be so effing hot, and I won't feel like I'm dying. So, but okay, you guys, thank you so much. If you find this video and you like me rambling, follow on. I definitely gonna start doing more lives again because I don't have such an aggressive filming schedule. But go back and look because I did do some lives while I was at these horror conventions. I like to share that with you guys. Yeah. God willing, won't be hot from your mouth to God's ears. Because right now it feels like the devil's ass crack, and I can't deal with that shit. All right, everybody, you guys have a good night, and we will talk later. Okay.